Welcome to another episode of Healing the Inner Child. I'm really glad you are here. Today, I want to talk about something a little more positive. In one of my earlier episodes, I mentioned that someone had a really positive influence on my life, and today, I want to talk about that person. It's a cousin of my mom. He's a little over 10 years older than me. I started working with him at a restaurant when I was around 19 at the time. He was in his early 30s. Looking back, having him in my life was a blessing. He was the complete opposite of my father, where my dad was negative and would hold on to things for days. My cousin was different. He had a more calm, almost carefree way of dealing with life. Not careless, but steady. If something went wrong, he handled it and moved on. No dragging it out, no turning small things into big problems. That was new to me. I wasn't used to seeing someone deal with life like that. One thing he told me has always stuck with me. He said, "Look, Juan, in this world, some people are going to like you and some people aren't. That's just how it is. If you like me, cool. If not, that's cool too. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it." And that hit me because at the time in my life, I was trying to please everyone. I didn't really know how to say no. I thought if people didn't like me, that meant something was wrong with me. But hearing that, it made me start looking at things differently. I started realizing that saying no doesn't make you a bad person. Sometimes you say no because you have to, because constantly giving your time and energy to everyone else starts to take a toll on you. And over time, I became more selective. If someone was toxic or just constantly taking without giving anything back, I started distancing myself. Now, some people might think that's extreme, but for me, it brought peace, real peace. I didn't feel drained all the time anymore. I didn't feel like I had to carry other people's energy on top of my own. Now, my circle is smaller, but it's healthier. And honestly, I prefer it that way. There was a time in my life where I didn't have control over who was around me. Like in past relationships, where you're around people you don't really want in your life, but you deal with it anyway. And that just reinforced something for me. Peace matters. Who you allow into your space matters. And now that I have control over that, I don't take it for granted. Now, going back to my cousin, he really was a father figure to me in a lot of ways. Something I didn't get from my own dad. He came into my life at a time when my self-esteem was low, and without really trying, he showed me a different way to think, a different way to carry myself. And I'll always be grateful for that. We still keep in touch now. He lives in Mexico, but the relationship is still there, and there's a lot of love and respect on both sides. Not everyone in our lives hurts us. Some people actually help us become better, sometimes without even realizing it. And sometimes those are the people who make the biggest difference. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Just remember, do your best to surround yourself with people who bring value into your life. People who respect you, who don't drain you, who don't make you feel less than. Because life is short, and you deserve peace. Until next time, take care.